Welcome, welcome. I was lucky enough to be gifted this year some tickets to the virtual portion of the Chattanooga Film Festival. It's a great festival. They really support the indies. I'm glad that I can't afford to buy the tickets. My friend bought them for me. It wasn't Chattanooga. They weren't like, hey, you deserve tickets, which is fine. I'm happy to support them. I'm happy that my friend is willing to support them and is very generous with their money, which is awesome. But the point of this is that I've been burning through these films as much as I can, and I've now completed the entire block of short films. The next, I'm going to go through everything else that I can and start doing reviews of those, but today I want to do a review of not all of the short films. My point here isn't to put anybody down or denigrate anybody's efforts. They made a movie. They got a movie completed. They got a movie into a festival. That is a success. They don't need me to give my opinion. So my goal right now is not to say this is bad. My goal is only to say these are the ones that are good, the ones I really enjoyed. I'll point them out. If you have tickets to the festival and you're not quite sure, maybe check these out, see how my opinion lines up with you. Before I get into these quick little one-shot reviews, hit the like button, hit the bell, do the comments. There's YouTube stuff, blah, 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 blah. Do all of that, and, it's always a good thing. Now, let me tell you about the films. The first one that I really enjoyed was After Hours. I'll put something up here and you'll know, director, poster, those kind of things. I haven't done all my research here, but After Hours is one that I enjoyed and it deserves recognition. It's a very simple, scary little monster story. It actually reminds me, and this is a very positive thing, it reminds me of Crypt TV, short, well-made monster movies. And that's exactly what it is. You get enough of each character that you care a little bit about what's going on. The monster looks cool. That's all I'm looking for. And they did it. Good job. The next one was The Businessman. I have to say, I'm really impressed with the feel of it. Like, it has those pedo creeper scare films vibe, like of a 70s pedo creeper film, like Watch Out for Strangers. But like with a supernatural element. Honestly, it's everything I wanted from the scare films, the scary educational films I used to watch in school. Like if they could have included elements like there are in this one that make it a little bit more than just some weirdo who lives down the street from you, then I would have been pretty happy. So with The Businessman, I'm very happy. Poster, director, all that stuff, all these people, good job. Splinter felt like one of the bigger short films in the festival, like in terms of budget and name and recognition, that kind of thing. It had Nicole Yvette Brown, it had Tricia Helfer, and I almost didn't include it on my list of good ones, not because it wasn't good, but because it feels like a piece of a larger story. But that's not a bad thing. Leaving me wanting more, like wanting to see more of what happens in this world they've created, is not a bad thing. The payoff is good. It's a well-made film, and I enjoyed it. And if there were a feature film, I don't know if it would be good or bad, but I'd at least give it a shot. So Splinter, again, good people here. Thanks for making it. Thumbs up. If you got the ChatFilmFest virtual pass, definitely check it out. Gnomes is probably one of my favorites of the whole bunch. It's just a gruesome, like it has some of the best effects of, well, I haven't seen many of the features yet, but of the short films, it's like a top tier effects, like good gore. And the little gnomes are so cool looking. Like, I don't know. I have, everybody's got their own particular interest. I love puppets. These guys are puppets. They look awesome. And it's creative. It's fun. It creates a sort of a little fantasy, very dark horror movie, dark fantasy world, and just plops you into it for, like 6 minutes, and then you're out. And it's exactly what it needed to be. I actually, double kudos to the filmmakers for the smart choice of not including dialogue. Like, it's not a story that needed dialogue. If they had and it was subtitled, I obviously wouldn't have an issue with it. But it's really a smart choice to just create this thing that can be universally enjoyed by any country without having to worry about subtitles. And it's got really cool end credits too. It's awesome. It was really good. Definitely one of my favorites. Maybe not my favorite of a whole bunch of shorts, but definitely up there. Yeah, so Gnomes, This is them. They did good. Thanks, guys. Farmer Ed is a movie that really, really benefits from the script and the acting and the direction. Like, everything about it is good, but they're really, they created these characters, and I just wanted to like hang around with them. They were just so pleasant, a little idiosyncratic. They were a bit of weirdos, which is fine. That's pleasant too, right? But it was so fun just kind of like being there for a while. The story was goofy. It was a bit weird. It was appropriately weird, but it really had strong acting and characters that really drew me in and made the whole thing just entertaining, which is something that, you know, you can't say about everything. So good job on that. Farmer Ed, these guys here, again, poster, I'm probably right on my hand. Do that, editor. Put it right on my hand. Can you make it move? Are you good at it? No. Okay. All right. That's fine. Great. Really good. Not my favorite of the bunch, but really it was a standout for sure. Good job. Canal. Canal is the kind of thing that I might not normally like. Like, honestly, you know, there's something about short films that they can overcome that art house bullshit idea. I don't think this is art house bullshit, but it, you know, when it's a film that's made as visual poetry or just like a series of cool images and no story or character, it can fall into that into the realm of art house bullshit. But when it's a short film, it doesn't necessarily need those things. It doesn't need a story or that kind of thing. And you know what? Saying all that is not giving Canal proper credit. To put it in the even close to the area of art house bullshit isn't fair. What it is an amazingly beautiful film. Like, and just cohesively kind of gorgeous. It's edited so nicely, like each shot blends into the next. The actual composition of the shots is amazing. Like, it's visually interesting, like every moment of the entire thing. And the way the music just carries you through, it's honestly, it's an amazing, it is my favorite. Maybe I'll go through the list in a second and realize that it's not my favorite, but it actually tops Gnomes. It's not horror. Well, maybe it is. I don't know if it has a meaning. I don't know what the meaning is, but that doesn't matter. It was just a gorgeous film. Really worth watching. Canal. Right in my waving hands. The Spirit Became Flesh feels like a larger movie compressed down. It's like it feels like the kind of horror movie, you know, like there might be a whole bunch of extra scenes, but in this case, they've boiled it down to the essence of what it needs to be. And it really is what it needs to be. Like, it is an effective story. The acting is good. The direction is good. I love the world they create for this short film. The cabin and the woods and the religion that they're in the middle of. It's really effective that way. I don't know if it would be better as a longer film. I don't necessarily feel like it is, but it takes a lot of skill to create a short and complete story. It's really impressive, really well done, good acting all around, and it helps create that world. All right, so Spirit Became Flesh, good stuff here. Thank you. Content, Lo-Fi Man. So the director, you know what, I should know his name, Robert Lonergan, doesn't matter. It does matter, but it doesn't. It's almost like he made this movie as a way to make you remember his name, because he makes himself sort of the central character of it. And I was already familiar with his work, because as he introduces himself, he says, director of Gwilliam, and I'm like, oh yeah, Gwilliam, which is like creepy and weird and funny. And this is that as well. It's creepy and weird and funny. You know, I don't want to describe too much of it, because there's enough going on. There's enough that it could be spoiled. So it's very interesting, and it develops and develops and develops. There's a unique vision to it and a sense of humor. You know, there's lots of these short films which are comedies, because comedy works pretty well in short films. But a lot of times that can fall flat. You can have an idea and maybe you've got one joke that works and four that don't, and you put them all in and blah, blah, blah. This is a movie where it consistently hits the right tone throughout. It's consistently funny, and visually it's really interesting. It's a fun film. And the last of the bunch that I really enjoyed was Finn, F-I-N period. There's something about the interplay between the two leads that just really, really works. They're just very funny together. And sometimes that anachronistic look at the world where you have these people talking in like a more modern way but it takes place in the past can like bother me. It can take me out of the movie. But here it really works. In Finn, it makes them more realistic characters. And from the beginning to the end, it's consistently funny. It's really well made, like it's really well shot. It has a very clean look to it that really works for the sort of romance book cover style, at least for the beginning. It very much feels like it's doing a romance book, and then eventually it kind of becomes something different. But another really fun one, and another one that I highly recommend. So if you watched me this far, those are the ones that really stood out to me. Everything in it is an accomplishment just for getting it completed, and I'm happy I got a chance to watch them. Like, comment, subscribe. Definitely subscribe. I'll be back with some more reviews, hopefully before the festival's over. I'll try and review a block of them. My goal, of course, is to watch them all. Good luck on that, Chad. We'll see what happens. My goal is to watch them all. Reality is, there's only so many hours in the day, so I'm going to watch what I can. If you subscribe, you'll get, and hit the notification bell, you'll see all the videos that come up, and maybe you'll see something that you should watch. With the features, I'll probably try and review everything I watch, just because. Yeah, so anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.